The executor or executrix of an estate has a lot of responsibility to make sure that the assets in the estate are well protected, and to make sure that until the decisions are made regarding proper dissolution and distribution of the assets, that proper protocols have been put into place to protect those assets. Today, we are going to talk about some critical steps that we recommend you follow in order to protect those assets. The first thing that you will want to do is to collect the keys and change the locks on all residential and other property. You might wonder why that's important. Well, first of all, you don't really know who all has keys to the property. So you will want to make sure that you change those locks and that the master keys are held not only in your possession, but also in the possession of any estate attorney that may be involved. The second thing that you'll want to do is to notify the heirs that you have changed the locks, and just let them know that you're just wanting to make sure that all of the assets in the home or other locations are protected, and that you can make sure that you are aware of anyone that may be gaining access to the property. The third thing that you're going to want to do is you want to make sure that you locate all of the important paperwork. So once you have located the paperwork, you will want to oversee the management of that paperwork, making sure that you're going through everything, that the appropriate paperwork is going to the estate attorney, or that that paperwork is being put into a safe location. Number 4. Remove all of the valuables. So once you have gone through the house initially and taken an assessment of everything that's in the home, and I'm not talking in detail, just kind of an overview, as you see or know of items that are valuable jewelry or collectibles, meaning cash, you will want to make sure and remove those items and put them into a safe location. Again, if there's an attorney involved, you can take them to the attorney's office, because you just want to make sure that those items don't just up and disappear. It is your responsibility as the executor or executrix of the estate to provide accurate information to all family members. So you want to make sure that you have, you're tracking all of those things, and that you have them locked down into a safe location. Once you have located these items of value, you are going to want to make a detailed list of those items and where they're located. Let the family know what you've done and why you've done that. And then you will also, if any of those items are not directly identified in the will to be distributed to a family member, you will want to probably hire a professional appraiser, somebody that specializes in evaluating the value of these collectibles, and make sure that that's documented, so that you again can provide a full accounting to the family members in writing from somebody that is the appropriate licensed appraiser for those kinds of items. Next, you are going to want to make sure that you've reviewed the will or the trust, and any items that have specifically been bequeathed to a family member. You're going to want to locate those items and make sure you know, again, where those are and that they've been set aside, so that you can make sure that they are passed on to the heirs as requested by the deceased. Finally, you should have conversations with all of the heirs for any of the remaining items that are in the home. So again, if it has not been specifically identified in the will or the trust as to who is to receive what, it's good to have conversations with the rest of the family members to see if there's anything that anybody else wants. When you have these conversations, we do recommend that you have them in a like a restaurant or someplace that is kind of open and in the public, so family members can have a conversation, but maybe hopefully the conversation doesn't get out of control in the event maybe somebody doesn't disagree. But it is a good idea to get kind of an idea or overview of, if there's something specific that a particular family member wants. Now you may have to still have all of this go through the attorney to make the final distribution or dissolution, but it is helpful to kind of get an idea up front of what people are thinking that they might want, if it, again, is not otherwise specified in the will or the trust. Once family members may have identified items that they want, you will want to figure out some kind of a value to put on those items. Again, it really just depends on what the will or the trust says, but you will want to notify the family members, if they don't otherwise know, who is going to be dispersing the estate and overseeing the estate beyond you, meaning specifically the attorney, so that everybody is well aware of maybe who they need to contact other than you, so that they know who is going to be handling the final dissolution of the estate. And lastly, you will want to make sure that you schedule a time to go through the house and basically empty the contents. As we stated at the beginning, being an executor or an executrix is a very important role, and it can be very stressful. Hopefully these steps that we've provided to you today will give you some outline and be helpful as to where to start. We will be putting out some additional videos with more detailed steps in specific areas regarding how to liquidate an estate. We know that it can be overwhelming, and it's just a lot for one person or a family to go through. So we hope that this video was helpful for you today. Please feel free to reach out to us with any additional questions that you may have. Thank you.